Previously on DrakeParagon.
Making a movie up there, do you think?
The only way to get to all these communities is by boat.
They haul the boats out of the water right here.
This is the spot where the Pope blessed the fleet. Have you ever dried kelp and eaten it? That's a whaling ship. He tried to eject and he was at too low an altitude.
Royal Newfoundland Yacht Club.
He's like one of the coolest dudes around.
Take the dinghy ashore. Well, what if the bear ate the dinghy? Yeah, so my buddy here breeds him. That's where I got him from. So he's like the only Newfoundland in America from Newfoundland. All the rest are bred in America.
The Newfoundland dog is known for its giant size, tremendous strength, intelligence, calm disposition, and loyalty. Newfoundland dogs excel at life-saving water rescue because of their webbed feet, water-resistant coat, muscular build, and incredible swimming abilities.
It took a while to get him in, like 4 months, getting all the shots.
So he's just coming home.
Yeah, he came home. And he messed up his leg. And
How did that happen?
Something happens where a dog gets a lesion or a bite or something, and they start messing with it, and then they don't leave it alone.
Then their fur gets a little
matted.
matted.
And then it just gets worse every day. They just don't leave it alone, right?
Yeah.
So finally, 2 weeks later, I'm like, I got to get him to a vet. Because if you cover it, it won't dry out.
Yeah.
And then if you leave it covered for the air, then he licks it.
Yeah.
So they got to put a cone on
The
him.
cone of shame.
You got some water. How was that, puppy? He was so beautiful.
Yeah, he is beautiful.
So you get a lot of attention from people, like going, "Hey, is that a Newfoundland dog?" A lot of that.
Yeah.
That's wow, it's great.
Today on the radio, I couldn't believe it. All over the radio stations every 5 minutes. There's a Newfoundland dog loose. Please, everybody, be aware. He got out of his house and he's going down Commonwealth Avenue. Please keep your eyes out for him. Don't hit him. They didn't want him to get hit by a car.
Right.
Yeah.
So they were bred as rescue dogs.
Yeah, rescue dogs. Yeah, life-saving dogs. Yeah. There's a book you can get in the bookstores called The Newfoundland Dog.
Yeah.
Ron Parsons is the author. He just put it together. He did 30 years of shipwreck books in Newfoundland.
Yeah.
So after like 30 years of putting out all these novels on Newfoundland shipwrecks, he said every time he came across a shipwreck, he always saw something on the Newfoundland dog.
Yeah.
So he started bookmarking them. Then after like 25 years, he had 200 stories of Newfoundland dogs like saving people.
Wow.
So he put them all into like a collection of little stories about them saving shipwreck and victims and stuff. And
Nice.
yeah, so you should look for it. It's really good.
We will.
Stay. I'm not bringing you anywhere. I'm going swimming. No. See him perk up. I'm going swimming.
Oh man, not in that water. You don't want to.
I know.
See,
They used to
right
dump
there.
the sewage in here.
Really?
Raw sewage. Yeah, I hope I say Brendan's where we are. It's clean. Oh no, you're not going swimming. No.
Oh, he wants to go, does he?
He figured this out. It was really rough. The waves were just smashing into the shore, and I was swimming him, and I was throwing a huge stick out there. Instead of busting through the waves, he went through the trough, and he was like going way out sideways. I'm like, where the hell is he going? The stick's way over there. And then suddenly he went way out, and he tacked, and he turned into the waves, and then because the stick blew right into him.
Wow.
He figured that out. Now, I don't know if that's instinctive or he was
crazy.
just smart enough.
Yeah, clever
Instead
dog.
of going straight for the stick, like right now he goes straight for the stick because it's sort of
Right.
calm.
He'd waste so much energy
Yeah,
going through all
he
that.
went
rough.
with it through the trough, and then he turned up as the thing was coming downwind into
It's
him.
because you're smart.
So I don't know if
Clever
that was
dog.
like a genetic thing in him, or I don't know how he figured that out.
Oh my goodness.
He knows we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy though, because the oil up here, up till about like 6-7 years ago, you could buy an old row house for like $60,000.
Yeah.
Now they want $400 for it. If you work offshore, just work like 3 weeks on, 3 weeks off.
Yeah.
You're making $150 grand a year. You work 6 months a year.
Yeah.
But the 6 months you work, you're gone, right? On
Yeah,
an oil
yeah,
rig
yeah.
or on a ship, or there's a mine up in Labrador. He's like 60 years old. He cleans trailers that the people who sleep there,
Yeah.
because they have to have them in camps.
Yeah.
He cleans the trailers. He mops the floors. He gets $1,800 a week.
What?
Yeah,
I can mop floors.
$1,800 a week. But they have to pay $400,000 for a house, right?
Yeah, we met a couple of people who are from here, and they're just like, the housing market is exploding.
Yeah.
One guy in particular, he's retiring and he's moving down to Florida.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to deal with winter anymore. And he's like, it isn't often, you know, you get to sell high and buy low.
No,
It's like,
you could sell a little tiny house here for like $400,000 and go to Florida and have a huge house, you know?
Yeah.
Just buy like a massive place for like $400,000. Yeah, it's crazy. But the 30% of the people didn't go to college or don't have a trade to work offshore.
Yeah.
The ones that are working at the hotel and working at the mall, it's like they're priced right out. There's no apartments to live in. There's no apartments. Because there's ordinances here that they can't build anything higher now because they don't want to ruin all the seascape or the landscape of all the row houses that are colorful.
Right.
So they're going to have to try to build them like 5 miles away, you know, over up by the
So
mall.
people are going to have to start moving further and further out, and all the service jobs are going to have to like commute in.
Yeah, because they can't afford to live down here.
That's hard.
Yeah, I know it sucks because it's crazy. I mean, I don't know how it got so out of hand like that, you know. I teach high school in the inner city of Milwaukee. When I get back, I can show them your journey because I teach in one geography class.
Send us an email. We can put a message for the kids if you want.
Cool.
Right?
Yeah. Thanks for the water.
Nice.
Yes.
Do you like that, Mo?
Yes. So can we get a Newfoundlander?
No.
The boat.
No.
Really?
I think
No.
a 150-pound dog would fit in so well on Paragon.
Maybe a cat.
I mean, you can get rid of me. I mean, you can fit him then.
You're staying.
You can teach him to pull sails. This guy's got jaws for the ropes and everything. Like, that'd be handy. It'd be really practical. We can get rid of the life raft. We can just get it. We can put him in the pilot berth.
A dog. That would be really cool.
And then just, 1 or 2 cans of food would be enough for him, surely.
Oh, I'm sure they don't need much at all.
No.
Well, I'm gonna go get some oil.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
We sailed into Nook at 6 in the morning. It was pretty forbidden. I mean, they talk about beacons.
Yeah.
They're just cairns of rock sometimes.
Yeah.
There aren't aids to navigation like we're used to. In all of this, you really have to be careful not to get stuck. I mean, there are places that look like really nice anchorages, and you wake up and discover you're surrounded by ice. This little notch in the rock, or Pillow.
Yeah.
We were in there once and spent a lot of time fending off. We had an ice pole.
Wow.
And we could push them away, but they just kind of wanted to get up close to us, and they would have scraped against the hull. Stuff happens.
Yep.
You think you've got a perfect anchorage, and you wake up in the morning and it's full of icebergs.
Oh my God.
Or the first thing you hear is a
in the middle of the night, something goes thud.
There's an iceberg. Chances are you're okay, but what they can do is just push you or go across your anchor line. You have a gun?
No.
Well then, be careful about going ashore. They're big bears, the polar bears. We had a shotgun, 12 gauge, that shot a 1 ounce slug. We stayed together when we were ashore, and we even got worried that we'd take the dinghy ashore. Well, what if the bear ate the dinghy? Because there we were safe with the gun, but there was the boat anchored a quarter mile out.
Yeah, you can't get back to the boat without the dinghy.
So we brought a survival suit ashore and hid it someplace.
Just in case it ate the dinghy.
Just in case the bear ate the dinghy.
I heard someone who brought an inflatable kayak and put it somewhere else in case something happened. Their dinghy cut loose or an animal attacked it, and it was, if you can't get back to your boat, you are...
We thought we saw a bear footprint, and we did see a plastic bottle that looked as if something very large had taken a bite out of it.
Wow.
But that was it, except for one night we had a spectacular Northern Lights display. So we set a Northern Lights watch. Wake up every 2 hours and somebody would go and look out. I woke up, there were Northern Lights, and I woke the guy in the forward cabin, and he said, on a scale of 10, and I said, well, 4, and he said, no.
Really?
my next watch, I got up, came over, and I looked out the hatch, and it was just black as it could be. So I got back in the bunk, and morning came, and a couple days later, I learned that John had gotten up, gone on deck, and thought he saw something white. So when he came down, he put the
Oh no.
inch and a half boards in. So what I'd done is get up in the dark and go over and stand like this and say, I can't see anything. I didn't see the boards. Was that black in the cabin, I guess? That was a possible polar bear sighting. We kept talking to people who had seen bears. They were, oh, you were there? Well, there were 3 bears on the beach yesterday when we were there. And
If we're aboard the boat, I mean, they probably have no way to get aboard the boat and get at us. They just jump up onto the boat.
Spring out of the water. They are so graceful and so fast, and you are sort of lunch.
Slow and tasty.
Yeah. The joke is that I didn't have to outrun the bear, I had to outrun Phyllis.
Our big objective is to not lose the boat. Not to get in big trouble. We'd like to go to Greenland, we'd like to go through Prince Christian Sound and not get damaged.
That's pretty much a straight cut. I don't think there are any hazards in there. You just can't anchor. And you'll see why. It's just the cliffs come down.
Wow.
So they keep going beneath the water. It's a little tricky getting in there. You have to go carefully because there are a couple of rocks, but they're visible. I mean, the scenery is breathtaking. We used to play a game on the boat, how close we were to shore.
Yeah.
And we'd say, oh, gee, I don't know, 2 miles. And we'd be 12 miles.
Really?
And you just see forever. Because there's nothing in the air. There's no pollution.
Wow.
A lot of the charts that used to be broadcast over a single sideband no longer are, because so many people, I guess, have sat phones. The Danish charts that used to be over single sideband, which were great, we can't get them.
Yeah, they don't broadcast the Danish ice charts anymore
Only
over
internet now.
shortwave. We don't have an internet connection on the boat offshore, so we can't get those.
But you have Inmarsat or one of the sat phones?
Nope, we just have VHF and the ability to receive shortwave. That's pretty much it for us.
Then you're headed off for Europe?
For Iceland and then to Ireland. Yeah, we want to get to Ireland by mid-September.
Where are you making for in Ireland?
Probably Dingle first, and then Kinsale. And then from there, we want to go to Plymouth, England, and hopefully spend the winter in a marina in Plymouth.
So you'd be getting to England in sounds like
October, yeah. Just before it gets, too cold.
Wow, that's great. That's a great trip. We went to Crockett and through Prince Christensen and not very far north. I think we went just up here and decided because we couldn't get farther north, there was a lot of ice.
Yeah.
We just went straight to Reykjavik. We had met a couple of guys who got blown so far south in the storm that they were missing. They had made a mistake of telling their family they'd phone them in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, they were so far south of Iceland that they were listed as missing for a few days. It was a big lull that came northeast from North American East Coast. We sailed from Reykjavik to Stornoway. They still didn't know whether they were going to go to Norway for the winter or to England for the winter.
Yeah.
John was on the phone every day, and they just couldn't get the clearance for Norway, so we ended up in London. Went down the east coast of Scotland and England. They went into St. Catherine's Dock in London by the Tower Bridge and spent winter there. It cost them nothing. $3,000 for the winter.
Yeah.
The owners of the old dock buildings that were condos wanted sailboats.
Yeah.
It looked nice for the tenants. They didn't jack the rates up that much.
It's good to be the view.
Yeah.
Sure. Look at this.
Where are you from?
I'm from Indiana. I did college in Ohio and graduate school in New York. And then I got a teaching job in Toronto. Had little kids and a van and a job and came down here on a camping trip and bought a house. I tried to get a job down here at the university. it wasn't happening, so I wiggled my way into early retirement. Retired down here since 97, 16 years. I came in 71. So you guys are from the States?
Yes, well, I'm from Boston. Monique is from Texas and also Montreal, Canadian and American dual citizenship. And Aina is from Dublin, Ireland.
So I'm sailing back home.
No, you're on the way home.
On the way home.
So you're not from Austin?
No. My dad was in the oil business, so we were in Houston a lot. But I have friends in Austin. I went
I
to.
have a son in Austin.
Oh, do you? I went to University of Texas for a summer session.
Right.
It's a fun city.
So what do you do back home?
I just finished up in university,
Right.
so I'm kind of thinking about doing masters maybe.
University in Dublin?
In Plymouth, actually.
Oh. So you went to school in...
I went to Northeastern University in Boston, studied computer science, and worked in Boston until 2002 when I left in my 32-foot sailboat and went to the Bahamas and started my first offshore cruising adventures.
What kind of 32 foot?
It's a West Sail.
Oh, yeah.
West Sail.
This is a West Sail.
This is West Sail 42.
What's Forsyth have? Is it 40?
Eric Forsyth has a West Sail 42. He has this same boat. Yeah.
I've met him a couple of times when he's been in here. Last time he was looking for crew.
Oh yeah, he's always looking for crew.
Somebody got sick and he had to come in here and deposit one crew. And I think he was hoping to get to Greenland or through the Northwest Passage. Maybe he did.
He did. He went through the Northwest Passage. He just pushed off from New York. He's headed around Antarctica now. Yeah. When Eric Forsyth went through the Northwest Passage, he did get stuck at a high tide, and the tide went out and his entire boat went over on the side. I met Aina when we went to crew on Eric Forsyth's boat. He was looking for crew, and Aina and I both responded. And I had this idea that I wanted to make a mini TV series about an offshore voyage. So I emailed him and said, I'd love to crew, handle my transportation, I've got experience, and I just want to film everything. And he said, yeah, sure, you'd be great. And 2 days later, I was on a plane to Ireland. I met the boat. We spent the next few weeks sailing from Dingle, Ireland to Lisbon, Portugal. We made a whole bunch of stops in Portugal on the way, and I filmed everything, and we made 12 episodes that I spent months editing into a storytelling format, and we put them on YouTube. If you know Eric, and you might enjoy it.
Sure, I will look. I'm not the techie in the family, but I use that mostly for email and checking weather. But I do go to YouTube occasionally. People send me links. Well, I'm sailing away on Sunday for 3 weeks, so the other direction. West of here.
We're planning on pushing off tomorrow morning if we can get everything ready.
So is Phoenix your boat?
Yeah.
What kind of a boat is it?
It's a Hullmaster 31, which sounds like kitchen equipment.
Doesn't it though? How did you make this quiche with the Hullmaster 31, of course?
I'm thinking maybe a circumnavigation of Newfoundland in the next year or two would be fun. But I have to get crew for that.
Is that Craig?
Yes.
Hi, welcome aboard.
I'll clear a place.
Good
luck.
Thank
To all
you.
of you.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
It was lovely to meet
Well,
you.
Thank you so much.
And we have
Hello.
Welcome aboard.
How we doing?
Hi, great.
super.
I'm just on my way out.
Are you?
I told him about icebergs.
Tell them about icebergs.
A little bit.
Don't scare them like that. Okay.
What's that?
This is my homemade barbecue sauce.
No way.
This is my homemade pea soup. So there's 2 pieces of that.
Oh, this is too much. Thank you. You are the friendliest people that we've met.
Well, the other guy was friendly too, the gentleman
They'll
that...
know me when I get home.
That part is true.
Oh, well.
I'm excited about those eggs. I've never tried one before.
You never tried pickled eggs?
No.
We'll be sure to make a video of it and send it to you.
Hey, my pleasure. Listen, you guys make sure you keep in touch.
Most definitely.
Have fun. So you got I'll send it. Don't worry. I send it over.
Oh, not a problem. Have a safe journey to
We will. And be
Yes,
careful.
have a safe
you're just in one place all the time and around the same people all the time. You don't get this like constant making friends and then having to say goodbye and realizing how special they are. Guess how much it costs to get fuel? $75 cab ride.
What?
Wait,
It's
what?
the only place to get the kind of oil
Hold on, I
that...
have to turn this off. $75? No.
Yeah, it's like $35 one way, $35 the other.
What? That's insane.
We didn't really have any choice if we're leaving tomorrow. We got to get the oil.
Shit.
I called 7 places and none of them carries SAE 30. Canada Tire didn't have it. There are 3 Napa stores, none of them had it. The only place that had it was this trucking store selling all sorts of like parts for that kind of vehicle. And it was in this industrial park with tons of 18-wheeler trucks in it. Bought a 5-gallon drum because it was a lot cheaper, and I got 2 1-gallon containers. I'm going to tie the 5-gallon drum on the stern and put the 1-gallon containers in the bilge. And then we just have to do our provisioning and stowing, lashing down. Are we going to do laundry again? Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
It's critical, yeah? While we're doing laundry, we should get more water. I'll bring the jugs. I looked at the weather again today, and there's nothing really bad looking out there. There's this one day where we'll have winds on the nose of 15, so we'll go off of the rum line, tack back and forth across the rum line. Then it goes back to either variable or from the east or from the west. It's really erratic. The wind direction is kind of all over the place. But no gales.
No.
I can't see a polar bear or any other animal climbing up the side. The topsides are high enough here.
Drake,
No.
topsides are nothing for a polar bear.
I can't picture 3,000 pounds coming up out of the water.
They are very agile. This is nothing to them.
Get the water, get the laundry, get the groceries, get stuff stowed.
Okay, ready? Last laundry and last water run.